Welcome to your daily focus for September the 29th, 2020. My name is Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. Thank you for sharing me with family and friends. Absolutely, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for showing up every day. You guys rock. So we have the 29 today. Now that is an 11 energy, right? 2 plus 9 is an 11. But when it appears as the 29, it's a learning period. It's a learning period so that we can move forward on the path that we want, in the direction that we want. So I would have to say it's probably with the 29 energy, a little bit of a backup kind of day. Now, if we do the numerology of the day, it is a 24 energy, I believe, which we don't see many of in the daily. And the 24 has to do with a growth in money, in friendships, in happiness, in love. If we are giving it the focus and attention that it deserves, that it is needed in order to grow it in the way we want. And 2 plus 4 is a 6. So it could have a lot to do with our routines, our self-expression. Now remember that, Saturn goes stationary direct today. So it's finally going to go direct. But Pluto will follow soon after. I don't think Pluto's going to really appreciate losing its spot in the sky, but it's not as fast as Saturn. So Saturn will eventually get enough headspace to go forward. And so times are changing, and we knew that going into January when Pluto and Saturn met in the sky. And now they're only within degrees. So we have been going through this energy for, close to 3 years, 2 years, 2 years for sure. 2 years for sure. And we have Mars in Aries that is in retrograde. And so it is squaring Saturn throughout all of this. So don't get depressed or don't get saddened. Don't get frustrated. This is a time to grow a patience with yourself, with your dreams, with your goals, with your desires. How many years did it take to get to this point in time? You can't expect Rome to be built in a day. I don't know why that's an expression, but it is. I'm going to have to research it. Obviously, Rome wasn't built in a day, but so was a lot of other places. So why Rome? So I would be cautious about how, if you feel like you are not moving forward, that you can't express yourself the way you want, or maybe it's through your creativity, maybe it's through love, maybe it's through your spirituality, maybe it's through your talents and ability, maybe it's within the community in some way. But if you feel like you are trying, don't push right now. Not with the 29 energy, and definitely not with the 24 energy. So combined those two, and now we have Mars, forget the numerology, go to the astrology, and you got Mars and Saturn's kind of duking it out up in the sky. But now that Saturn is going to be going direct, we are going to be able to see with a lot more clarity, a lot more understanding of the rules, the limitations that we can guide ourselves through successfully. So be careful about self-talk, I think, today, and throwing in the towel kind of feeling today, just because that is a lot of heavy energy to absorb. So use it in a positive manner. Okay, back it up a little bit. Think about where you are. Think about what's working in your routines. Okay, because we have the 6 energy. Look in your routines. It's also happening in Aries and Capricorn. So it could be our independence, our self-image, work and career. Moon is in Pisces, so you know what? It's going to be hard to motivate ourselves to do something too. We usually don't have the stamina or the focus in order to really tackle things the way we would like to tackle, or they need to be tackled right now, and we just can't seem to push ourselves to actually get there. And don't be too hard on yourself, because there's a lot of energy around you, keeping you right here, right now, at this moment, so that you can look at things, so that you can understand how you want to go forward. What is blocking you? What is weighing you down? What is it, something that's negative in your life and you never realized it before? You never looked at it that way before. And you're realizing it for the first time. That maybe that little group over by the water cooler that always gossips was kind of fun to hang around with, but wow, they bring out a lot of negative and put you in a negative state. Although I don't know how many people are hanging around water coolers these days. 2020 has changed everything. And all the astrologers were saying it too. Way back when they said, whatever's going to happen, whatever you think is normal, whatever you think that you can just go and do and it'll be forever and is going to be taken away, is going to be restructured. And we don't know how that's going to look like, but because it's never ever happened where somebody's recorded it, that somebody even knew it was happening. So when Saturn gets in front of Pluto, after Saturn leaves its home sign of Capricorn, and it's in Capricorn now, so we're still in this kind of energy. So use it in a positive manner. What is your plan? What is your strategy? Have you written it down on a piece of paper yet? Even in point form, even just single words. Or did you maybe just print off a bunch of different pictures? You typed in some word in Google and asked for images, and you printed out a couple of pictures and made kind of like a dream board, a vision board for your tomorrow. Have you done some planning? Have you looked at what is holding you back and where do you want to move forward? How you can change your routine? Ooh, 2 cards. The Hierophant and the 7 of Swords. You have the sage wisdom, you have the sage knowledge in order to go forward. You know what you truly do need. It's already within. You don't have to look for answers. You don't have to look into the exterior world right now in order to find those answers. Those answers will appear for you if you go and have a conversation with you. What makes you feel good? What makes you feel sad? What makes you feel tense? Is your breathing light and relaxed, or are you tense at the thought of going in that direction, being with that person or those people, following that order, or that living up to that commitment or that obligation? You already have the wisdom inside. You already have the sage wisdom. So ask yourself some questions and then listen to your answers. And don't worry, it's just a conversation between you and yourself, so nobody needs to know of what you uncover, but you need to understand it then. You need to work with it then. You need to understand how you are going to take it forward or how you are going to leave it behind. Okay, we'll put those 2 cards back in. The Fool's at the bottom, everybody. Oh, and Judgment was when I started, so I just knew it was a heavy energy. Let's go to the cards, shall we? Let's see what they have to say before they decide to keep us here all night. Okay, look at this, the 9 of Cups. Oh, this is the Wish card. I bet you we can all count on one hand how many times the Wish card has come up in my readings in the last year, 18 months even, where it's time to dream big. It's time to believe in yourself. It's time to take a risk on you. So now what's holding you back? Now what's pulling you down? What's burdening you now? Where can you change things in your routines? in your self-expression? How can you let that creative genius out? This is time to make big wishes. We are in new moon energy, so ask for the things to come into your life and then expect it. And then expect it. And the Eight of Cups. And yes, sometimes we have to walk away from some things that have made us very comfortable and at ease, and it's given us that false sense of security, like we can just rest here. This is about dreaming. Once again, we're looking out into the horizon. And those cups are the good things in our lives that have strengthened us in order to go forward. But sometimes we need to step forward. Sometimes we need to leave. Sometimes we need to claim our independence or share our talents, abilities, our inner genius. And so with that card, sometimes we can feel very intimidated. We can get stressed about it. And we feel almost like a fear and anxiety. And I think we've forgotten the word anticipation. That, yeah, it's a little scary, but I can't wait. It's like going on a roller coaster. You know, you're looking, you're like, oh my gosh, and they're all screaming from the seats, and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait, but I don't want to go. Oh my gosh, am I really doing this? Are they stopping me in? Can I get out of this right now? And you scream all the way through it, and because you know that you're going to enjoy it. And maybe you don't like roller coasters. Maybe that's a really bad example to be using. I, for one, love roller coasters. So it's easy for me to say, yeah, it's like, you know, they're saying, oh, you come and try this one. We've built this one. It's taken us 5 years to build it, and it's going to be the greatest and the best and the fastest, or the uh, straighter down. What's that called? And, you know, sign me up. But I'm also like terrified to do that too. So, but it's anticipation. It's about getting really excited about where you're going. It's about you can't wait because you know that you've asked for it. And you know that they've heard because you've asked for it. And now it's time to just do the work and wait for it to show up on the path. And so that anxiety you fear could actually be an anticipation. When we're little kids, we anticipate Christmas morning. We anticipate our birthday the next day. We're going to be a whole year older, all grown up. But for some reason, we stop anticipating, getting excited for our tomorrow. And it's time to feel that within yourself again. So really, just sit in anticipation. Get a little excited about it's happening. Just buy into it for a couple of minutes. And say, this is my new reality. And oh, I'm having so much fun. What a blast. And look at what I've created. And look at who I've helped. And what I've done. How I feel. And the Eight of Pentacles. So we got a 9, an 8, and an 8. Gee, you'd think a full moon was coming up. This is hard work. And this is doing your best. And you know that you can improve, that you can grow, that you can, even if you are a great artist right now, you can always be greater. And it's time to look at the value of your work, your talents, your abilities, the love and compassion that you may give out to family, friends, others, the communities. And it's going to be hard work going forward, and it's going to take focus, and it's going to take determination, and it's going to take a patience with yourself. And so these are some of the things that we're being asked to do right now. Okay, a mantra card. I guess I got on a little ramble there, so sorry. Do that ramble, and then all of a sudden I looked down and I thought, oh my gosh, I haven't even pulled the third card yet. Oh, look at who jumped out. Illusion, embrace the truth. Look at this card. Illusion. Embrace the truth. Is it the truth will set you free? I'm going to read straight from the book. Because I think the illusions, where we get the clarity, the understanding, does move us forward in a very positive manner. Well, the book's open to it. Illusion means having a false perception of something or someone that is not real. Everyone is destined for greatness. However, you may be held back by something you willingly embrace, but may not realize it. So, is that not the cards? You know? The things we love? The things that we've grown used to? I need a sip of water. It still hasn't rained. Your ego is changed to a comfortable, materialistic lifestyle or an unhealthy relationship. Pardon me. This negative illusion is holding you back from being who you truly are. A mental and emotional, rigorous self-evaluation is needed in order to move forward with confidence and embrace your beauty and magic of life. So I guess that's why I wasn't getting anything in to say about illusion, because I had already talked to it. I see, the mantra is, I see things with truth and move forward with confidence. Yeah. There's a strength. You get clarity, you get understanding, and that could very much lean on the Saturn stationary direct. And it'll be hard the first couple of days because, you almost have to imagine when a planet goes retrograde that it's like a pendulum, right? So it swings up and then it holds and then it comes back, right? And it speeds up as it comes through here. So the planets would do the same kind of motion, okay? And know that Saturn has reached its closest point to the Earth before it starts getting farther away from Earth again. Because that's all a retrograde really is the planets are up close. So we feel the energy stronger. So I see things with, where'd she go? Oh, there she is. I see things with truth and move forward with confidence. And know it and own that statement. I'll say it several times today. Write it on your hand. Okay, an animal. Sorry, it's very dry in here. Okay. Here we go. Look at this, Wisdom of the Owl. We started that way, way, way back with the Hierophant coming out, right? Your inner wisdom. So here we end with their inner wisdom once again. Showing up to remind us. Okay. Second sight, magic, secrets, truth, and wisdom. A wise old owl lived in an oak. The more he saw, the less he spoke. The less he spoke, the more he heard. Why can't we all be like that wise old bird? If owl has arrived in your reading, well, apparently it has. It symbolizes the wisdom that you have, which spans your earthly years. Those who you come in contact with may be drawn to you for sage advice, your second sight, your keen ability to keep secrets. You can sense the truth and untruth in people and in situations, though you don't always follow through on your gut instincts. Owl tells you you are interpreting the signs correctly and to believe in these intuitive thoughts, these thoughts of wisdom. Owl can also mean that there is someone keeping a secret from you or being untruthful. And you know, the Seven of Swords came out with the Hierophant there, didn't it? And in a personal reading, many times that means that somebody is whispering behind your back, trying to set you up for a fall. You know, definitely not on your side, definitely against you in some way. So Owl is also talking about somebody keeping a secret from you or being untruthful. And this isn't you being overly sensitive, and especially with everything that's been shown up and reaffirming that within all the decks and within all the decks. Follow through on the feelings you have with your second sight, because if you don't, you may indeed regret not listening to your inner sight later on. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.